Hello and welcome to the Sunday Guardian show by Joyeeta Basu. I am the editor of the Sunday Guardian newspaper. Today we are going to discuss a report that has been done by our bureau chief Abhinandan Mishra. Now the headline of the report is Regional Leaders' PM Dreams Depend on Congress Crossing 100 Seats. The report is about how even though at least 3 opposition leaders are projecting themselves as prime ministerial candidates, for them to achieve their goal, they will need the Congress to cross 100 seats to in fact even pose a challenge to the BJP in 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Becoming Prime Minister comes later. Now the 3 Chief Ministers, as we know, are Mamata Banerjee of West Bengal, Nitish Kumar of Bihar and K. Chandrasekhar Rao of the TRS in Telangana. Now of the 3, the last 2, meaning Nitish Kumar and KCR, have become very active in their mission to achieve what they call BJP Mukt Bharat. And recently they met in Patna to talk about opposition unity, and then Nitish Kumar came to Delhi reiterating that he himself did not have any prime ministerial ambitions and all that he was trying was for opposition unity. Now the point made by this particular report is that India has 7 non-BJP non-Congress ruled states and union territories that are neither a part of the UPA nor of the BJP-led NDA. Now, these states are West Bengal, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Delhi, Kerala, Punjab and Telangana. Now, these 7 together have 145 members of parliament. Now, even if all of them win all the seats in these 7 states, which is a statistical impossibility. Now we are talking about 100% strike rate. Now even if they win that, even then they are 127 short of the 272 mark needed to come to power. Now apart from these 7, there are 3 UPA ruled states. These are Bihar, Jharkhand and Tamil Nadu that have a non-BJP, non-Congress chief minister. Now these 3 states have a total of 93 members of parliament. Now, even if in these 3 states, the UPA parties win 100% of the seats, they can win 93 seats at the maximum. So, how many states come in the opposition's kitty with a 100% strike rate? 145 seats plus 93, meaning 238 seats, which means a shortfall of 34 seats to reach 272. Now, of these 10 opposition ruled states, there is no certainty that Odisha's Biju Janata Dal or Andhra Pradesh's YSR Congress will be a part of the opposition alliance. Odisha has 21 MPs and Andhra has 25 MPs, 46 in total. Now, so the opposition cannot bank on these 46 seats. Now, even otherwise, BJD and YSRCP have come, time and again come out in the support of India in parliament on crucial bills and all. So if we keep these 46 seats in the uncertain basket and take them out of the total pool of 238 seats, where does that leave the opposition leaders' prime ministerial dreams? Stuck at 192, 192, 80 short of the majority mark. Even if they are getting 100% strike rate. So who will have to get them the 80 extra seats minimum? The Congress, of course, from big states such as Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Assam and the other northeastern states, Himachal Pradesh, Haryana, Chhattisgarh. And what is the Congress situation maybe in a state like Uttar Pradesh? I'm giving an example. UP is a big state with 80 Lok Sabha seats. The Congress has 2 seats in a 403 seat assembly over there. 2 assembly seats that do not even make 1 parliamentary seat. And it is in these states where the BJP is in direct fight with the Congress. And this is where the ruling party will try and decimate the Congress, and we know how strong BJP is in most of these states. Now we know the state of the Congress. So how many seats can possibly the Congress win from these states? Now I know elections are more about chemistry and not always about numbers. But among the opposition leaders, who has a pan-India chemistry with the voters? I'm talking about from among the opposition parties at present. None. Also, a few questions I keep asking of every political party aspiring to rule India, in fact, even to BJP. What is your vision for India? What are your plans to make India the third largest economy of the world in the next few years? What are your views about India's foreign policy? What are your plans for indigenization of defense manufacturing? What is your plan to meet the climate goals that we have set for ourselves? How do you plan to build a semiconductor ecosystem? I know that Nitish Kumar has built roads in Bihar and imposed prohibition. But beyond that, what has he done to make Bihar an IT powerhouse? That's an example. Now the same question goes to Mamata Banerjee. Now KCR says that Telangana is one of the best governed states in the country. If that were the case, why is the BJP rising so fast in that state? Now KCR is famous for his freebies. Are freebies his big plan for ruling the country? So as this report too says, this talk about opposition unity is more about posturing than anything else. It's more about convincing their own voters in their own states that they are big national leaders who can become prime minister, and hence everyone in their states should vote for them. It's basically about going for elections and to go with as many numbers as possible, and then basically haggle in the end to see who wins the prime minister's seat. Now secondly, it's about also putting pressure on the Congress by letting them know that in case a situation arises where the non-BJP parties get more seats into 2024 and the BJP is not in a situation to form government, then a regional leader should be offered the PM's chair, and it should not be kept by the Congress as a default. As an expert says in this report, ironically, these regional leaders do not realize that for them to become the PM with 20 to 30 MPs from their party winning in the election, the Congress has to cross at least 100 seats. As for Congress winning over 100 seats, that is the topic for another day. Thank you for watching. Until the next time.